This is brutally honest advice if you want to get good at low-level game dev. I made my first game engine when I was 21 years old, and I have been self-learning C++ for roughly 10 years. This is my roadmap of tips for you. I started coding by learning myself from YouTube, but I knew that I wouldn't learn the things I wanted in school. So I was responsible for finding the information myself. I started with code blocks, and it had this splash screen with some very advanced C++ code. And I somehow knew that no high school teacher could teach me what those things were. And I wanted to learn them. And this was a good thing, because in high school and university, you mostly learn algorithms that most of them you never use and care about. And this will become more and more obvious as I lay down my tips. But the first one is to study yourself and study the things that you are interested in. Just search them on the web, and you will find good resources on anything. Don't spend too much time choosing the best tutorial if you are a beginner. Just start learning. Also, don't spend too much time studying algorithms and data structures. I have never used any advanced algorithms or data structures in my life yet, and I have a ton of big projects. If you are interested in low-level game development, as I was, I have a special section with very good learning resources on my Discord server, and I can also recommend you some videos that I linked in the description. With those, you have enough to learn 3 years from now. So now all you have to do is start working. And this gets me to the second tip, which is to spend as much time as possible learning to code. Look, if you are young and you already started programming, you will learn anything in university. And I want you to spend as much time learning to code because you will get so much ahead of other people. Imagine this, some random guy gets into a computer science university because it seemed nice, and he learns to code. Then he studies 10 totally different subjects, and in the final year, he does 1 semester of game dev. And he decides that it is a nice career path. Compare that to you, who started to learn game dev since you are in high school. You are years ahead of 99% of people if you start coding early. So don't waste that. Also, how could university teach you something new regarding game dev if they only teach you like 3 subjects related to that domain? But you have already been spending years studying only that every day. When I was in my last year of high school, I already surpassed by a lot the OpenGL that I would have learned in university in the 3rd year. And by the time I go to my 3rd year of university, I was yet even more advanced. And it wasn't even difficult. I have a ton of people on my Discord server that are like 14 and already know more OpenGL than they teach in university. You just have to spend some time learning. Also, I see many young talented people that want to pursue programming, but spend most of their time playing video games, for example. But imagine spending all the time coding, and trust me, I did that. And now, for me, coding is the most fun activity for me. Like, I get to create my own Minecraft. How awesome is that? So, once you know what you want to do, don't waste time on other things. One reason university stinks is because you need to learn a lot of subjects that you aren't interested in. And I know people would say, oh, but nothing you learn is useless. Anything you learn will be useful. And I think that is the stupidest thing I have ever heard. Yes, anything you learn is useful. But not when you need to spend 3 years studying it instead of spending that time studying something you know for sure you will need. Because trust me, you have a ton of stuff to learn in any domain. Those 3 years are very valuable. Not to mention that you only study the surface level of all these random domains. So if you ever need to use any of them eventually, you need to restudy that thing anyway. So once you know roughly what area of programming you want to go into, double down on that. And for the other things, just find the easiest way to pass your exam without putting any effort into it. My favorite way of doing this was by not caring about anything that happened in university and having friends to notify me whenever I needed to do something, or they would help me directly with it. And of course, no one will just help you for free. So I in return helped them with the low-level subjects that I was good at. So it was a win-win situation. If people just helping you didn't happen to you, it maybe means that you don't help them enough in return. So whenever you can easily help someone, even if you barely know him, help him for free and expect nothing in return. If you do this, people will also start to help you, also asking nothing in return. So I've made it clear it is important to learn. But now, let's talk about how. So I used to make this mistake of wanting to consume as much information as possible. I wanted to know C++ in and out. And for this, I watched all the resources I could find. And I would also read books on various topics. But I really did this because I wanted to be cooler than other people and know more things than them. In reality, I don't even use those advanced things 99% of times. However, the most important skill a programmer can learn is how to architecture his code. And the only way to learn that is by doing. So the number one mistake I see beginners do is they overwatch tutorials about how to structure their code, and they read things on these topics and get into design patterns and other things. All these examples that you learn are just very small idealistic things that are very far from practice. And another reason people would rather watch YouTube videos instead of writing code is that it is way easier to watch a video than do the work. So start coding. Make a project that is bigger than anything you have ever done before, but small enough that you know you can finish it. There is actually research on this thing. Doing something just beyond your current level is the way to grow in any skill that you can think of. And making a big project is only and the best way to learn programming for real. I can suggest you make a Terraria clone as a project, because it's easier than it seems. But you can do whatever you find interesting. And I will add something else here. The other number one mistake I see beginners make is that they start over abstracting their code too much from the beginning, because that is what they see online. And whenever I tell them to stop doing this, they tell me that this will make the code more flexible in the future. Look, here is the thing. As we already discussed, you should work on a project that is a little beyond your current skill level to improve. Okay, so with this in mind, you start to design a big class hierarchy with many methods, and you plan in advance all these systems that the game will have and their interactions before you have anything on the screen. You do realize that there is no way to succeed. Like, seriously, you are planning for something that you don't have any experience about. You're doing a project that's a little beyond your current skill level, remember? Trust me, it's also hard for me to plan something I have experience with. Big companies plan a lot in advance because they have many employees, but you are only one person. So what you should do is start things step by step, only one step at a time. No optimizations and no abstractions. Once that system works, you can move on to adding the next system, or optimizing it, or integrating it better. By doing this, you will see that debugging is easier. It's like having checkpoints. If everything works so far, and you add a new system, and something breaks, something goes wrong along the way. But imagine adding 10 systems at a time. Good luck debugging that. And also, you will find yourself changing things very often, because you are doing something new. You can't expect to fully understand how it works before you build it, right? So, you will slowly change your systems as you understand your program better and better. Imagine making 10 systems, and then realizing that you need to change half of them. Imagine having an abstract level class, and you spend a ton of time making it very generic. But in the end, you realize that you don't need half of those things, and the other half needs to be changed, because only now you realize how the other systems work. How about just doing the things that need to be done in the moment instead of solving imaginary problems? We'll also realize that some optimizations are not even necessary. I elaborate more in this video, but basically, beginners tend to do useless optimizations that only add code complexity. Start with the simple thing, and then you can see if it is too slow, and if so, you can optimize it. And the best part is that if you just write the simple code, it will be way more flexible than if you try to make it flexible by design. Think about it. There are infinite ways to use a system, and the more interfaces you add to it, the more complexity, the more code dependencies, and the more rigidity you add as well. Imagine changing it now. You probably need to change all these interfaces as well. Also, if one interface is not very good, but good enough for your case, you need to add some more glue to it, adding even more complexity. But if you keep your system as simple as possible, the moment you need it, you just have to implement the perfect interface to suit your current needs. And because your code was written so simply, it is just easy to add new things or change something else. And I will add one more tip, and that is to start going to the gym and take it seriously as early as possible. You might say this doesn't have anything to do with coding, but it improves your health, your body, your mind, your social skills. You make friends, you start having better sleep schedule, you start to eat better, you feel better, and by doing hard things at the gym, you start to improve the discipline. And discipline is the skill of doing hard things when you don't want to do them. This means, next time you need to implement something very difficult, you will have more discipline to push through it and succeed. So the gym will literally improve every aspect of your life. So start going now. And if you found this video inspiring, but you just don't know how to make your first game in C++, stop making excuses. I have a full tutorial linked in the description, along with other very useful things, like all the libraries that you need linked for you. So, go now and click the first link. See you there.